It's Friday again. Where's it gone? This week and the rest of the month, we are celebrating all things neurodiverse. I am Julie from the Coaching Den for Life. I'm a counsellor, business coach, and I specialise in neurodiversity. And following on from yesterday, when we were talking about celebrating all things neurodiverse, I was asked for some hints and tips with regards to, how to engage best with your child, with your neurodiverse child. And all I can say is hindsight is a wonderful, wonderful thing. So I sat there last night and I kind of thought, right, okay, what words of wisdom can I possibly impart that may help parents that are out there that have a neurodiverse child? Well, I've worked with children for 25 years, and actually a lot of the skills that I've practiced apply to neurotypical as well as neurodiverse children, but we can adapt them slightly. So slightly to help, just give some ideas and, see if I can. Like I say, hindsight is a wonderful thing. I've made many, many, many mistakes as a parent of a neurodiverse child, and I had to change my parenting dramatically the more I learnt about it. And I beat myself up. So can I just say one thing? Please don't beat yourself up. Yeah, it's all right looking back on things and going, oh, why did I do that? Why did I do that? In the light of new knowledge, you wouldn't have. Any parent that has a child with an additional needs is on a steep, steep learning curve. So I made some notes on what I'd learned and what I kind of put into practice. That's probably a little bit later than I would have liked. And a lot of things I was looking at and just thinking, right, okay, focus on the positive. Focus on your child's positive aspects. We all respond to praise. We don't respond to negativity. We don't respond to the word no. And that is one thing I've learned for many, many years working with young children. Never start a sentence with no, because you've lost them. They've gone blank. So focus on the positives. Praise the positives. Now, you do that with any child. We do respond to it. It's positive reinforcement, and we're talking all about strength-based when it comes to neurodiversity. When you're praising a neurodiverse child, be specific. It's not good, it's, what, Johnny? I'm so happy. You did a wheat on the potty. Well done. Fantastic. Be very specific. Oh, wow. You managed to get up when the alarm went off. That's wonderful. Well done. Keep it specific to the child so that a neurodiverse child can actually understand. Yes, Vanessa, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Good morning, John. Good morning, Claire, as well. It is about focusing on the positive. And sometimes that can be difficult. I'll hold my hands up. I'm no angel. When behaviours are challenging, it is very, very difficult just to focus on the positive. So try and keep it simple and take time out for yourselves as parents as well. I think more importantly, prize your child regardless of their additional need. Your child's that individual. Really, be so proud of them. Really prize them. Don't start with no. Yes, this is what we were talking about before, Vanessa. Yeah, if you start with no, you've lost them completely and utterly. Yeah, praise the positive and be specific. Stay consistent. Consistency is an absolute key, especially with our neurodiverse children who, on the whole, I wouldn't say all, but they do thrive on routine and consistency and knowing where they stand. But we all like routines, don't we? We all like our own routines. We know where we are when we've got a routine in place. The consistency element is really, really important, because the home, I found, is that sanctuary. It's the safe place, and it needs to be the same all the time. Now, that is really hard work at times, because there's been plenty of times when I've been walking around on eggshells, not knowing how, what my youngest is going to be when she's come out of school, because she managed to hold it together in school. For the majority of the time, it got harder as she got older. But being prepared that home was her safety net and that she could be safe here. The consistency comes as well with talking to teachers, with other professionals that are in your child's life. Try and have a coordinated approach wherever possible, so that you can, because you know your child best, and sometimes you're educating the educators, because not everybody knows everything. So, you're educating the educators about your child, what works for them. And if you can have that two-way conversation going, you're both learning and you're able to support your child much, much better at home, and the teacher or the support workers can support their child, your child, much better in the school setting. And sometimes you're going to have to fight. I don't know. I do say that I wish I knew COVID was going to come on. I don't know, when my child was 11, I might not have exhausted myself so much fighting constantly. But hey ho, again, hindsight is a great thing. Put play into the schedule. Play is so, so important with connecting with your children. And with neurodiverse children, concentrate on, become connected with what their special interest is. You'll be absolutely amazed at what you learn. You really, really, really will. And also by connecting with their special interest, it may help them to connect back with you. That might not be taking over that interest. It might just be sitting by your child whilst they're playing. It might be listening to what their special interest is. Set some time aside to give them your 100% divided attention, and talk about what it is that they're interested in. I've learned so much over the years, so much. I'm so, 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 so privileged. And I know what I'm like with my own special interests. I do have to tend to tell myself to shut up on occasion. But if we're giving our children that time to focus on their special interests, and we can use that as an educational tool as well. If they're interested and they're captivated with something, that is a great way not only to connect, but to educate as well. I think more importantly for me, it's give it time. Processing times can be different for neurodiverse people. So what you'd expect your child to learn, a neurotypical child to learn, could take 3, 4, 5 times longer. Break things down into steps. Simplify, one step at a time. And if it takes your child 6 months to get there, then that's absolutely fantastic. They've got there. Praise them. Praise them at the end of that. And I know it can be difficult, but patience, which isn't my strong point, I will have to say, patience is the absolute key in supporting your young child. Another question, and I know this is so difficult for so many parents, is taking your child out to everyday activities. Sometimes it can be very, very, very difficult. You feel that people are staring at you. If your child is upset, has sensorial overload, and people they judge. But try and take your child out on everyday activities, like going to the supermarket, to get them used to it slowly. I always used to have a bag with me, so that I'd have distractions. Now that could be a favourite toy, It could be headphones, it could be an iPad. Yes, I know people will look at me and go, oh my goodness, why would you do an iPad? But it's whatever it takes. For that child, it could be sunglasses. Have a little bag with you of diversions. The favourite toy that your child likes. Anything that will make them feel safe from the home when you're going out there. Get some support. Get support for yourselves. It's really, really important that you do get support for yourselves. Now, online is absolutely fantastic now. You can go online and, gain support. There are families out there. There are neurodiverse groups out there, professionals. Create yourself a little village, your own safety net of people that understand your family and understand what you and your child are going through. It is so important that you take that time out for yourself as well, because looking after yourself as a parent is absolutely crucial so that you can give the best to your child. Don't ever feel guilty or upset because you need a bit of respite. We all do at times. And when you have that time, whether it's a family or a friend that takes your child and looks after them for the day, use that time for you. Please don't use it to clean the house or to catch up on jobs or to do your washing. Use it to take a walk, go out, see a friend, something that will let you wind down. So don't forget, our children, our neurodiverse children, may not learn instinctively. They learn from observation and they learn from doing. And they learn from example. And you also deserve time and care. So just a little recap, some parenting hints and tips as all in hindsight. Focus on the positive in whatever profession you're in. Stay consistent. Put play on the schedule. Make sure that you're engaging with your child's special interests and you're playing. Help build that connection. Give it time. Children and adults who are neurodiverse have different processing times. It may take longer for your child to get to where they're going in certain aspects. In other ones, they could be flying ahead. Take your child along to everyday activities. And I know that can be a struggle, but take your bag of tools with you and get support for yourselves. Get support for the people that actually understand, whether that is online, whether that is counselling, whether that is speaking to friends and family. You get support for yourselves. I do have a really good, I've gone blank, document that I actually haven't written, but I do have with regards to the counselling that I do. If anybody would like a copy, please just send me a message. And it's got all different activities in there that can help your neurodiverse child to talk, to emotionally regulate, games that you can play with them as well. So if you'd like a copy of that, please just message me and I'll send it directly through to you. So I'm Julie from the Coaching Den for Life. Thank you for watching. Hi to everybody who's been listening. It's Friday. I hope you're going to have a fabulous weekend. Sending you lots of love, and I'll see you again on Monday. Take care.